Welcome again, my lovelies and my royals. Today we're going to talk about something that's very close and personal to my heart. Something that I think if you took care of these matters a little bit better, you feel better for yourself, so the contributors and those around you. Well, let's just break it down. Today I want to talk about the proper placement and usage of pussy. Let's talk about pussy and all the delights that it has. Think of all the ways you can use it, all the ways you can benefit from it. You can love on it, you can pet it, you can stroke it. Bottom line is, you should always take care of that pussy and keep it nice and moist. But if you really, really love the pussy, you need to make that pussy wet. This is very important. But one thing you should always do when it comes to pussy is to make sure to keep that pussy nice and wet. Because pussy's best when it's wet. Ask any woman. Ask any pet owner. But seriously, if you want to treat that pussy right and want to keep it happy and content, keep it nice and warm and wet. Because if you don't make it nice and warm and wet, well, you just got an irritable pussy. But if you can do it right, have yourself a nice, relaxed, flexible bush. There's nothing worse than a dry one. And for the love of Pete, once you get that pussy nice and wet, don't disturb it. Keep it wet. It likes to be wet. It feels better when it's wet. There's nothing worse than a cranky pussy. So by all means, if you have the time and you care about your pussy cat, keep that pussy stroked, keep it licked, keep it wet, keep it happy, keep it more than moist, because there's nothing worse than having a pussy that's wet and making it cranky, and it starts to complain like that because it just wants to stay nice and wet, like any pussy should be. So, that's just my own theory on pussy. I think it should always be kept well, rubbed, finagled, kept wet. Keep your pussy wet. It's important. If you're gonna pet it, don't have to stroke it, don't have to stroke it. Do what you gotta do. But as to our example, today's segment, I'm all for pro pussy. Definitely keep it wet. Later, y'all. Love ya. It's been G-Vine checking in. Later. Rock.